Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Alex the Comic Book. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. I've got a CGC unboxing to do. Last week I did the 3 Golden Age books, and this week I'm doing the 4 Silver Age books. So I'm really excited about that. CGC received these books on September 10th, and they were received to me, they were shipped and received by me on November 9th. So I'm doing this video, recording this on November 9th, minutes after receiving this box because I couldn't wait. My wife did tape up the grades and everything like that, so it'll be a mystery. What I'm going to do is look at the books, kind of assess my thoughts and what the condition I think they are, and then we'll reveal the grades together. And then I think that's it. Hopefully you guys are excited. Here we go. Okay, keep in mind, none of these are going to be earth-shatteringly high grades. They're going to be low grades. These are going to be super low grades. Here, the first one is a true example of what I'm talking about. These were just books that I had in my collection. I've got within the last year, and I got within this year, 2020. And I was just wanting to encapsulate them just so I can either use them for trade bait or sell them to get some other books, because these are all except for one multiples for me. So the first one up, oh my gosh, it's already got a lot of notes, which is fine, this is Fantastic Four, number 48, the first appearance of Silver Surfer and Galactus. I've got a 3.0 and a 3.5 of this book. This is by far the lowest, and look at all those notes, but it's not restored. It is coupon cut out of page 15, does not affect story. Staples removed, 2 extra staples added after manufacturing, tape on interior cover, and centerfold. Incomplete. So it's an incomplete book. It still has a blue label, and because you can get a blue label with an incomplete book, it'll just note it on the cover. So this isn't a qualified book or anything like that. If it were a higher grade, but this is an example of a lower grade book with those defects. And so staples out, coupon cut. Look at the cover. I bought this for I want to say either $100, $120, $150. I know I didn't pay over 120, 150 bucks, something like that for this book this year or late last year, maybe, can't remember. But it's my 3rd copy that I have right now. Like I said, I've got a 3.0 and a 3.5. Cover is just gnarly. It's pretty darn crazy. I can already see it's off-white pages. I think this is going to be, I almost want to call it a 1.0 because I think a 1.5 would be a little too high with the coupon cut. It's definitely not a 2.0. It's definitely not a 1.8. I don't know, but like I said, with the coupon cut and still having a blue label, it means it's super low. And I wouldn't call it a 0.5 because there's 0.5s with like the entire half, top third of the cover cut off. So I'm going to say 1.0. Okay, we've got the O, we've got the 0, and it better not be a 2.0 because then I think that was really bad. Okay, 1.0. 1.0s are actually still somewhat valuable. But either way, yeah, not terrible. Okay, so I invested, like I said, $100 to $150 buying this book and then pressing and grading value fast track. So maybe I've got 200 into this book, maybe just a little over 200. It's probably a $450 book to $500 book. Some of the sales in mid 2019, there have been no sales for a 1.0 according to Go Collect in 2020. The last sale was September 20th of 2019 for $425. The one right before that was at the beginning of September for $575. So yeah, it could be, $475 book. But of course, that would have to be well documented if I were ever to sell this or trade that. So anyways, cool entry level, very, very entry level, decently presenting copy of Fantastic Four, number 48. Definitely a cool book. All right, next up we have Fantastic Four, number 36. The one reason why I wanted to send this one in, it looked to me like a 5.0 to a 6.0. It looked like it had potential, 5.0 to 6.0. And so I wanted to see if it did. I wanted to see if I could get it pressed and get it up to that 5.0, 5.5, 6.0. I think that would be ideal for me on this copy with what I have into it. Can't remember, I think I traded for this book. But it's a Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby, and Chick Stone cover and art. First appearance of the Frightful Four and first appearance of Medusa. Love the character Medusa, and I wanted to send in the first appearance of Black Bolt, but I really didn't like the copies that I had. So I think I've got 2 or 3 copies of the first appearance of Black Bolt. Kind of want to upgrade those before I send something in. Not that this is really great because it's got spine ticks. It's got a little bit of a crease there. It's not a subscription crease because it doesn't really go all the way down at all. And it's got some issues there. So I'm really hoping for a 5.0 to 6.0, and we will see. I don't think it's realistic to get over a 6.0, and a 4.0 seems a little bit low on this one. There are no notes. This is from February of 1965. Like I said, there's no notes. So I'm guessing anywhere from a 5.0, 5.5, 6.0. Okay. There's the O. Is it a 6? 5.0. Okay, it's right where it needs to be, especially with those mistakes. I feel like I've got 6.5s that look worse than this, honestly. So not terrible. Back looks pretty darn good. 5.0, just right smack dab in the middle. I'm happy with that. I'll take it. It's not like a super extremely valuable book anyways. So, and it's off-white to white pages. So hey, nice solid mid-grade of this book, first appearance of Medusa. I'll take it all day long. Okay, so next up we will go with my second copy of Avengers number 8, the first appearance of Kang. So this is kind of a hot book, and so I had an extra copy and I wanted to submit that. So I had it pressed and cleaned. There were some issues that I was really worried about. Some of the staining really concerns me. There's that. There was a stain right in here that also looks a little bit better now, but I was a little worried about that one too. There's some really heavy rubbing down here. Other than that, the book looks pretty solid. It looks like a good mid-grade copy of this book, but there's some staining down there. So staining really kills books when it comes to CGC grading. So I'm thinking for this one, gosh, I would love a 5.0 on this one as well, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's not as much like spine damage or really bad color breaks. I guess they're very similar color breaks. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was like a 5.0 as well. So if this is a 5.0, that's fine. 5.0 is kind of what I'm guessing, around that mid-grade. So we've got a 5. 4.5. Okay. Not the end of the world. Not bad. My other one's a 7.0, so I'm really happy with that. Okay, so recent sales for this one, according to GoCollect.com, somebody on September 20th paid $600 for a 4.5. They must have been really excited about the hype because this is definitely a $450-ish book. On September 14th, $450, and then October 23rd, there was a sale for $426. So this is definitely not a $600 book. It's definitely that 400-ish range, maybe 100 a point. So that's pretty exciting. Super awesome book. Really exciting. I think it's probably not $100 a point. So don't quote me on that because I know my 7.0s, when it was hot, when the news was announced about this a couple weeks ago, I know there was, I think my book was over $1,000 at one point. So anyways, happy with this 4.5. Would have really loved a 5.0. All right, the last book is it should be the highest grade out of all of these. It should be. And I've got 2 3.5s of this one. Oh no, I see some staining on the back. Well, I see a little bit of staining right there, so that's instantly going to murder this book. There's a big cut right there, and then some pretty noticeable science stress there. If this, I want this to be higher than my 3.5s, and I think it is. Once again, let's see. This part of the book looks great. This part of the book looks really nice. I'm probably going to guess 5.0 again. I don't know what that big cut will do, that big tear, or what this staining on the back will do, but if it had any chances of being like a 6.0, that's dashed. So here's the 5. Please be like a 5.5. That would be awesome. Is it a 4.5 again? 5.5. Nice. Yes, I will take that. I will take that. Like I said, this is a much better presenting book than any of the other ones that I have. The corners are pretty nice. The edges are all nice. Even the top looks great. There's just those couple stress marks there, and then that staining. So that's what staining will do. It'll take down your 6.0 to a 6.5 or whatever. In some situations, it'll take down an 8.0 to a 6.0. So yes, ended on a good note. We've got the 1.0, which is understandable with a coupon cutout and then added staples. It should have probably been, well, I think honestly, staples removed and replaced is more of a conserve thing. So that's interesting. Kind of appreciate that it's a universal blue label. Then we've got the 5.0 Medusa, the 4.5 Kang, which is a great book anyways. And then we've got the 5.5. So yeah, I'm actually pretty darn happy with the Silver Age books. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've got a haul. There's a haul sitting right there. I intended to do that one before. I actually have a really great Golden Age book too. There's everything from gold to modern in there. Actually, you know, I think it's just gold and modern. Yeah, 2 gold and a bunch of modern. So look forward to that. You guys hit that bell to be notified when that video comes out. Hit the subscription button if you're not already subscribed. Hit that thumbs up and comment down below what you thought of this unboxing. Like I said, these weren't going to be super high grade. No big surprises here, but I'm pretty excited about having these books back and slabbed and protected, and a value kind of established for each one of these books. So hopefully you guys are well, and I'll talk to you on the next one. See ya. Bye.